Hey, hello everyone. Welcome back to the 20 Days Python Challenge. Today we are going to uh, talk about the recursion versus iteration. So first we'll go with the definition that what is recursion. So recursion is a programming technique where a function calls itself to solve a problem. Okay. So whenever a function within means we have created a function and that function call itself inside the particular function, then it is called to be as recursion. Now when to use recursion, so when the problem naturally breaks down into smaller similar subproblems and it's easier to express the solution recursively, means when the problem naturally we can do it using recursion into smaller parts, and the problem, if there is a massive problem, we can subdivide it into small problems, and so that types of problems we can express that solution in recursively. Now iteration, we are familiar with the iteration, that iteration is a programming technique we always know, that where we use loops. And why we use loop? Because to execute a particular set of instructions uh, with a specific condition. And when to use iteration? Whenever we need to process a data in a linear or in an iterative manner, like for suppose we have 4 or 5 lines of sentences, so we can, for reading the each line separately, we can use iteration, or you can say loops. Now we'll move ahead with the examples. We will see examples of first iteration, then we will solve that particular thing with your use of recursion. Okay, so in this example I am going to create Fibonacci numbers, means we are going to find the particular Fibonacci number for a particular number. So for that, first we have to create the function. After that, we have to give the condition, and we have given the condition if n is equals to 0, then it is going to return 0, or we can update here that if n is less than equal to 0, then it will return 0. Else if what we can do, else if we can give another condition that if it is equal to 1, then it will return 1. After that, we'll take two variables a and b, and we will initialize its values to initially the value of a to 0 and the value of b to 1. Okay, and after that, because it is iterative, we have created the Fibonacci using the iteration, so we have to use the loop. So we are using for loop here. So what we are going to do, for I in range, then simply, because we have given two basics conditions, means base statements for 0 and 1, so we will start our range from 2, and then here we will give n plus 1. Why we are giving n plus 1? Because we know that in Python, range takes the stop parameter is exclusive, so it does not include the number which we'll put, so that's why we have given n plus 1. Now again we'll give a comma b our variables, and now we'll update the values. Now we'll initialize the value of a to b and b a plus b. Now after coming out of the loop, in the function we are going to return b. Now we will store our function calling into a variable result, and then we are going to simply print the Fibonacci, and it is result. Now it's time for the execution. We'll execute the code, and now you'll see, okay, I'll clear it first. Now you'll see our answer is 8. Yes, the Fibonacci sequence of 6 is 8. Okay, when we'll give 0 here, so it will be 0. Then we'll give 1, so it will be 1. Okay, so this was when we are doing it using the loops. Now the same thing we are going to perform using the recursion. Okay, so again we have to give the same conditions because it is the Fibonacci. So when it will be 0, it will return 0. Else if when it will be equal to 1, so it will return 1. Now after that, because it is recursion, we are not going to use the uh, loops here. So we are directly going to use else, and in the else we are simply going to return the Fibonacci recursion of n minus 1. Then we'll do the plus. Then we again call our function, because recursion means calling the function within the function itself. Now, what we are performing in this line, we know that the Fibonacci sequence means that it will be the sum of that number and the previous number. So we have call our function, then we have given n minus 1. It will take the last number in the Fibonacci sequence, and n minus 2 will take the second last number. Okay, now we'll create a variable result 1, and in that we are going to store our function, and then we are going to simply print that Fibonacci through recursion. Recursion is, and then we are going to print our result 1 variable. Okay, so I'll first clear it. Now it's time for the execution of the code. Now you'll see again it is printing 8. Now when you'll see the length of code between both, so in the loop 1 in which we are using the iteration, it is little bit long and it is little bit complex also. But if we'll talk of the efficiency, then this iterative one is more efficient because it will consume less memory. And in this Fibonacci in the recursion one, it is very easy, simple to understand. But what happens, it is not that much efficient, and it consumes more memory also, because we are means in one function we are calling the function 2 times. So because of that, it is consuming more memory. So this is the difference between the recursion versus iteration. Hope you like the video. Thank you.